Hey, everybody, guess what? We're live. We have comedian Shannon Fielder with us. She's coming to town next week and she's going to have a show at Zanies. We're here to talk about that. We're so excited. How's it going this morning?
It's good. How are you doing?
Good, good. We just informed you did not realize
Yeah.
CMA Fest is happening
I
next
know.
week in
I don't know if I
Nashville.
should be excited or scared.
Well, this will be your first, you were just telling me this will be your first time to visit Nashville.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So I've always wanted to go to Nashville. I toyed with it like everyone does for my bachelorette. And I love music. I mean, who doesn't love music? But I love live music. It's something I seek out. So I've always wanted to come to Nashville. It just has never happened for me. And then when I got this show date at Zanies, I was like, all right, I have to, as much as on a Wednesday night, and then I have a show in Atlanta on Thursday. I was like, all right, I have to make as much of a trip of this as I can. So my parents and they're coming with me. They're my roadies, and we're coming in on Tuesday. We're gonna explore. So any restaurant recs you have, you can DM them to me. We're really excited, and then spend the day on Wednesday, and then the show.
Wow. Wow. All right. So there's plenty of live music. I mean, you have to go visit Broadway. It's going to be getting ready for CMA Fest. So that's
Okay.
going to be a lot to see
Okay.
and a lot of interesting things going on. You should go, at least walk down it once,
Oh,
even if
for
you don't
sure.
hang out.
No, we definitely will do that.
Tell me about how you got started. Before when I read your name and they were like, "Hey, Shannon's coming to town," I didn't recognize the name, but then I went and looked. I'm like, I've seen all these videos.
Yeah.
Like they've gone viral and they're so funny. Tell us how
Okay.
you got started.
It's such a roundabout path that brought me to where I am. But my original plan when I graduated college many moons ago, when I graduated, I moved to New York City with the goal of being an actress. It was something I'd done my whole life. I was really excited about it. And, I did that for a year, and I quickly realized it wasn't exactly what I wanted to be doing. There's not a ton of agency as an actress. You're, especially at that level, you're just kind of waiting for people to cast you. And I had always also been a writer. So I, majored in creative writing in college. I'd always written for magazines and stuff like that. So I kind of pivoted my career to focus more on writing, which led me to advertising as a copywriter. If you know Mad Men, the
Mm.
Don Draper
Oh
role.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. With a lot less alcohol than he drank. And I was doing that for a while, and I really enjoyed it. But I started to really miss performing and like connecting with people in person, having that sort of visceral moment of like, I'm on stage, you're there, we're sharing something, and I'm a part of that, and I'm making you feel a certain way. Because advertising, you're making a commercial and then it goes out into the world. And a lot of times, sure, you're making someone feel something, but you're also selling them a product. So it's a little different for a lot of reasons. And that led me to try stand up. It kind of felt like the perfect meld of, okay, this is a written form. I've been working on my writing for a while. That's kind of my strong suit right now, but there's also that performance element. And I took a stand up class, and I just fell in love. And I was like, oh, this is for me. And I started doing it really as a hobby. It was something that I had these sort of dreams that maybe someday I could be a comedian. I never thought it would be what it is. I feel so lucky, but I was doing it really as a hobby and enjoying it. And then there was a global pandemic, and all
Yeah.
of the comedy clubs closed. And after a while, I started to realize I really missed making people laugh. And I felt like everybody needed to laugh during those years. And so that led me to social and the videos that you've seen. And it was just something that I kind of tried. I took concepts that were in my stand up and reimagined them as characters and
Mhm.
started making videos. And it was, it was lightning in a bottle. It worked. Right place, right time, right content, right people seeing it. And it just started opening all these doors for me. So, when you do stand up, you get to connect with the people that are in that room, which is maybe 50 people on a regular, Thursday night show in New York City. Suddenly these videos were reaching millions of people and bringing me new fans and new people to connect with and share these ideas and jokes and concepts. And it's kind of just snowballed from there and created a career for me where I get to do both. I get to do content, I get to do stand up, I get to do all kinds of other things. And it's been really exciting.
Yeah, you mentioned transitioning kind of from stand-up to social. Talk to me about that. Like, what did you have to change? And then when you go do these shows, how is it you have to change from that social media content to now, how's this gonna relate in a stand-up show?
Absolutely. For me, they're very different art forms. I treat them incredibly differently, and some people don't. I know that there are ways that you can just show your stand up online, and that's really successful. That doesn't. I'm not a crowd work comedian, so that doesn't work as well for me. So to me, they're two totally different things. Social media is predominantly characters that I create and scenarios and kind of like one person sketch videos. So it's like creating a scene, a world, a character, putting them in there, giving them lines, having them say it. Whereas stand up is to me, it's a little more personal. It's a little bit more my stories, my direct observations on the world, and telling them from that first person point of view, and making it feels more like traditional stand up for sure than a character show, which is what my social is. So a lot of the times for me, it's like if I have an idea about something where it's like, a certain kind of coworker, I'll tell a story about how I dealt with that coworker on stage, but then I'll become that coworker on social and create
Oh,
the character.
that makes sense. I was just curious because, sometimes, like you said, there are people who are popular in social media, and they try to take those skits that they do on social media and do them in stand and sometimes it feels like it doesn't translate well.
Totally. To me, they're very different.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's fun. I can't wait. So, since it's your first time to Nashville, you're probably not gonna have a lot of Nashville stories. I'm guessing once you come to visit, that'll be added.
for sure.
We'll be looking for those stories on
Yeah,
social media.
I'll be looking to make the memories to make them.
The show is at Zanies on Wednesday.
Yes.
There's still a few tickets available, so go check it out. It's great to catch up with you and talk to you in person after seeing you on
Yeah,
social media for so long.
exactly. I exist.
Oh, it's great to catch up. So you guys go check out those tickets. We'll put the link in here and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Donna. You guys have a good
Bye.
one.